Welcome, everybody, to another tier list, another episode of Opinion Rant. Today, we're going to be ranking Danganronpa characters. Let's do this shit. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's fucking jump into it, alright? So, first of all, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the Makoto Nayagi, alright? What do you call it? Makoto Nayagi, I feel like, was a pretty cool protagonist. He was, what do you call it, the only character who was like completely average going into it, and then he, what do you call it, his insane luck made for, what do you call it, a pretty interesting concept of a character, right? Because there were a lot of times where he could have been framed, could have been killed and stuff, and yeah, he wasn't. He was a bit on like the average side of the protagonists that we've seen so far, but like he was the first protagonist, and he is basically a huge face of the game. You know, he appears in like every game. So I think I'm gonna put him probably in A tier. Next up, we got Kyoko Kirigiri, my favorite character from the original Danganronpa. Alright, seeing her kind of like character development, getting closer with the protagonist. You know what I'm saying? And like her mysterious vibe throughout the entire game. That shit was kind of crazy. What do you call it? We also learned that the headmaster was her father and everything. And I think what do you call it? Kyoko really sets like a bar for like characters who are like not cold or arrogant like Byakuya, but like not very soft or anything. Like I think Kyoko already deserves an S tier. Like come on now. Speaking of Byakuya, I used to hate this guy, but I think I've kind of grown around. You know, he isn't a horrible character. Plus, he does make up. What do you call it? He does also have like a slight character development. He becomes like less arrogant, although he's still very arrogant. But what do you call it? I feel like he's kind of made as the character that's supposed to piss you off. Um, I think I'd put Byakuya in A tier. I think that's just the right tier for him. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got Chihiro Fujisaki. Chihiro, I thought Chihiro was an amazing character, but the only thing is that we did not see a lot of Chihiro. She died, or he died pretty early in the game. What do you call it? So we didn't learn a lot about Chihiro. So that's why I also didn't really interact with him at all during the free time events. So that's why Chihiro, I'm gonna have to put him in B tier. Sorry, bro, but okay. Next up, we got Alter Ego, also known as Chihiro's invention before he died. His invention, what do you call it? I didn't prefer it much over the original Chihiro, but like it was kind of cool because it was the start of the Alter Ego, what do you call it, thing, which obviously became a massive recurring thing in Danganronpa. I think it's basically on the same level as Chihiro. Celestia Ludenberg. Okay, now I thought Celestia Ludenberg in the earlier chapters was amazing. All right, her like Lolita Gothic style and everything, her like accent, everything about her like what do you call it? I thought that was amazing, but she was just such a moron when she became a killer. Like she killed she killed Hifumi. What do you call it? She made Hifumi kill Taka, then she killed Hifumi. Like what do you call it? I don't get what her plan was originally. She broke characters so easily during her plan, which made it obvious to me that she was the killer. And on top of that, what do you call it? All she could have done was like let Taka get what do you call it? Let Hifumi get executed for Taka's murder and then play the long game, right? But no, she chose to deliberately go out of her way and kill Hifumi. If I'm gonna be completely honest, what do you call it? She went from a really good character to a pretty mid character. So I didn't really know where to put her. It was either up here for the original or down here. So I think we're just gonna have to go with a B tier because, well, yeah, you know. Aoi Asahina, Hina. All right, now Hina is the character you can't really hate, but like, what do you call it? She's not like the most memorable character, if you know what I'm saying. Like, what do you call it? Yeah, she had a lot of on-screen time in Danganronpa 3 with Makoto Nagi, but apart from that, like she's more of like she's a side character, obviously, but like um, she's like a side character. That doesn't mean I hate her. Like I thought she was a pretty cool character, but I don't think she could go S tier. However, I think she was a pretty lovable character, so I think she is just above B tier. I think I would put her in A tier personally. Okay, yeah, Sakura. Ogami. Very selfless character, amazing legend. That's all I have to really say. Very respectful character. What do you call it? She gave up her life just to what do you call it? Because what do you call it? I didn't. No, I don't really even have any words. She was just an amazing character all throughout the game. She wasn't aggressive. Like she looked like she would want to beat someone's ass instantly, but wasn't really her as well. She was really respectful. She was a traitor, but she betrayed the mastermind. All right, like come on now, S tier. Like what are we talking about? Come on, Taka now. Taka is a really like he was either the best character or the worst character. I personally really like Taka. All right, he wasn't like the most memorable character. But he was like what do you call it? You can remember him because he was pretty loud in the original Danganronpa, especially when he went like Super Saiyan and everything. His death was really like it really kind of hurt. So I think Taka personally, I would put him. I was gonna put him A tier, but like the thing is that like he isn't really that memorable once you think about it. I think I have to go B tier. I mean, I love Taka, but like, come on now. Mondo, personally, really like Mondo. All right, he had that. What do you call it? He was kind of on the aggressive side of Danganronpa characters, which was something obviously we needed in Danganronpa. What do you call it? A character that was aggressive and stuff. I think Mondo, in my opinion, I would put him in A tier just because what do you call it? I don't know. I just really like Mondo. All right, I think he was a pretty good character. Leon. Leon, he murdered Sayaka. I what do you call it? He murdered Sayaka in a malicious intent. It was not self-defense. Okay, it was not self-defense. He deliberately went out of his way, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. That's one thing. Second of all, he died so early in the game. You can't really even like you have like almost no experience with him. I did play school mode, so I learned a little bit more about his character, but the thing is that Leon, he's just not that memorable of a character at all. And I'm sorry to all the Leon fans. I'm gonna have to put him in the C tier. It's just I just can't wrap my head around Leon. Toko Fukawa. The original base form of Toko, I think, is like it's all right. We saw like the character development in Ultra Despair Girls, and apart from that, the most we saw of her was I think Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and even in that game, she was kind of annoying. I would say that I don't really hate her after seeing her character growth in Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls, but even with that, I'm gonna have to go with a B tier because what do you call it? I'm just not the biggest Toko fan. Genocider Show or Genocide Jill or Genocide Jack, whatever you want to call her. On the other hand, I actually preferred her a lot over the original Toko. What do you call it? Just her little what do you call it? Aggressive state where she goes all crazy, all yandere, everything. You know what I'm saying? What do you call it? I think they made her character perfect. The way what do you call it? She was like crazy and everything. And the fact that what do you call it? She makes the game. She makes it in Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. Playing as her was so fun. Just like plowing through all the Monokumas. I'm gonna have to give her. I was gonna say S tier, but I don't think she's really S tier. Mm, I will go with S tier. All right. Sayaka Maizono. During chapter one, I was a pretty big fan of Sayaka Maizono. All right, she was like a very charming character. Her betrayal did kind of hurt, but I feel like she was the most realistic character out of all of them. All right, I don't think she was particularly boring. She was like more of a okay. I think she's really largely misunderstood. How I would if you were talking if I was back in my Trigger Happy Havoc days, I would probably put her S tier, but I don't really think I'm a changed man. I think she's more A tier now. Like I won't put her S tier, but like I don't think she was a horrible character, but again, I just don't think she's S tier anymore. Like back in the day, I did, but like I'm saying back in the day, like it wasn't 3 weeks ago that I played Trigger Happy Havoc, but I just don't have that view anymore. Yasuhiro Hagakure, one of the most hated characters, in my opinion. I thought he was an amazing character. I don't get where the hate is. He's overhated, okay? He's overhated. You guys have to accept the fact. He might have been a very, very side character, and he might have been pretty annoying in the class trials, but his annoyingness was contribution. Not the best contribution, but still, alright. All class trials are fun. So I don't think he was a necessarily bad. I don't think he's like A tier or anywhere up here. I will put him B tier, but I will say that he's way too overhated. The Yasuhiro Hagakure hate has to go down. Come on now, Hifumi. Okay. Mukuro Ikusaba. Personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of Mukuro Ikusaba. Not because I hated her. It was just because we didn't see a lot of her. We saw her kind of in Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, but she was just disguised as Junko Enoshima. And we saw her in Danganronpa 3, but again, she didn't get the most screen time, alright? I think her backstory and everything was amazing and stuff. I will put her. The only reason I'm putting her, what do you call it, B tier, is because I don't think she was a horrible character at all. Like she was a evil, but like what do you call it? I think it was her backstory and everything, how she was like a soldier. I think that's pretty fascinating. Junko Enoshima. Now, you might call me basic, alright? I'm a massive Junko Enoshima fan. I'm a stan. I'm a fanboy, alright? Junko Enoshima, what do you call it? All all modern villains, they have the sob stories. They have the sob stories. I've heard them all, alright? They have some, oh, my childhood was so tragic. Junko Enoshima, no, fuck that, alright? She's gonna make the lives of the people in the present tragic. That's what she does. Her influence over the entire Danganronpa series, she's so iconic. What do you call it? She's not even a boring character. Like the way she like gets bored of herself and like what do you call it? Like changes her personality and everything. Like her like she's wearing glasses sometimes, or sometimes you got like the anime face, or sometimes she's crying with mushrooms on her hair. What do you call it? And the fact that she's like a 100% pure evil villain, just what do you call it? Come on now, I don't care anymore. Junko Enoshima's S tier. I don't care what anyone says. If you say anything else, you're wrong. Okay, this is my opinion. Okay, this tier list is 100% my opinion. This is gonna make some people upset. So, yeah. Monokuma, what do you call it? Back in the old days, I kind of hated Monokuma, but what do you call it? He's a very comedic character. I don't actually hate Monokuma at all. I think he's a pretty good mascot. I think, and he's iconic as well. I think Monokuma he's A tier. I would say personally, Monokuma is an A tier. Jin Kirigiri, again, I don't think I can give like a proper. I don't think I can give a proper, what do you call it, rating on Jin Kirigiri, because we don't see him like at all. We know he's the headmaster and he's executed by Junko Enoshima at the start of the game, but that's about it. He's Kyoko Kirigiri's dad. Is that just an excuse to make us love him or something? I would say because we don't know anything about him, I would put him C tier or B tier or C tier. I don't know. He's not as bad as Leon. He's in front of Leon, but I'm just gonna put him C tier because again we have almost no info on the guy. Hajime Hinata. Okay, Hajime Hinata, completely talentless guy. He is Izuru, but we're gonna skip over that fact. We're just gonna go from what we knew of him in Danganronpa 2, which was he was a talentless reserve corps student. Which I don't think is a horrible thing, especially for protagonists. It kind of gives you like more of a creative mind with the protagonist. Hajime Hinata, he was even more average than Makoto. Makoto is like below average, basically. Hajime Hinata is completely average, basically. That's kind of. But again, I don't think being average, even as a protagonist, that doesn't like. He wasn't as fresh of a protagonist, but what do you call it? During the end, when he was going like all crazy and like how he kind of like changed over the game and how he like went like kind of Super Saiyan at the end. Not really Super Saiyan. He was like transforming into Izuru basically. But what do you call it? I personally don't think Hajime Hinata was a horrible protagonist. I enjoyed playing as him a lot, personally. I think he is very, very similar. In Danganronpa 2, I would say he's also an A tier. Izuru. Now, here's where people might start, what do you call it, criticizing me. I just don't like Izuru that much. I think, what do you call it, he was just too overpowered as a Danganronpa character. Like, I feel like someone having every single talent in the game I feel like that kind of just like I don't think he's a horrible character. He's not bad. He's not a bad character, but the fact that he has every talent kind of just makes him seem like some like what do you call it? Some like he's just above everyone else and just so bored with his life that just kind of what do you call it? We're talking about Izuru during his phase, like during the phase before he became the Hajime Hinata at Jabberwock Island, like before he lost all of his memories, like after the what do you call it? The team had the people at Hope's Peak Academy had done all the experiments on him. We're talking about that phase. What do you call it? Even in the anime, we saw what do you call it? Well, Junko was trying to hit him with a bat, and he kept just dodging. He was so bored. Junko took advantage of that and everything. I feel like I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of people of characters who are completely overpowered to the point where nobody in the game can kind of compete with them. So that's why I'm gonna just put him at C tier. He's just not really my what do you call it cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Chiaki. Chiaki was an amazing character. What do you call it? The fact that she, what do you call it, her death in Danganronpa 3 was so sad, and her us finding out she was a traitor in Danganronpa 2 wasn't as bad because we found out the traitor wasn't actually part of like a bad like organization. It was Future Foundation was trying to help us, but what do you call it? I feel like Chiaki, you literally can't hate Chiaki. She's a everybody has to love her character. I think Chiaki is an S tier. Personally, I thought Chiaki was a really great character in Danganronpa 2, showing how selfless and what do you call it, determined she was to save her classmates, going through that maze in Danganronpa 3 just to get impaled. That was such an unfair death, alright? That was so unfair. She's just an amazing character, so S tier. Nagito. Now, Nagito, he's a fucking fascinating character, right? Nagito, I personally, what do you call it? At the start, I didn't really like Nagito until he got to his kind of going crazy thing. At the start, I saw him as an ally, and then what do you call it? He became crazy. At that point, I didn't really like. I didn't hate him, but I didn't love him. And then when he went absolutely crazy, just like what do you call it? Absolutely fascinating, just blowing everything up, and then eventually, like what do you call it? Like setting up Chiaki, bro. The character development. We what do you call it? It makes sense why he's the most famous character because this man, what do you call it? He has to go S tier. Now, come on. I'm not a huge Nagito stan, but personally, yeah, he has to be S tier. Sonya, again, not a very memorable character. I feel like just some of the side characters you just don't really remember them. Like Sonya, for example. Like yeah, she was like a pretty cool passive character, but apart from that, there's not really much else to her. I think that's why she just has to go B tier. I don't think she's a horrible character. It's just that what do you call it? The game doesn't like show us enough of her. Like yeah, she's a survivor till the end of Danganronpa 2, and she is in Danganronpa 3, kind of, kind of, not really, but she is in Danganronpa 3. But apart from that, there's just not much to her. And same thing with Akane. Like Akane, I guess was kind of cool. She was like an aggressive version of Hina. She wasn't really Hina. She was like, imagine if Hina had an older sister, but she doesn't have an older sister. You get it? They're similar, but they're not similar. It doesn't really make sense. Um, she's not. To me, I didn't think she was as good as Hina. I'll have to put her B tier. It's just like um Kazuichi, I think his name was. Again, I'm not a huge Kazuichi guy. In fact, I didn't really like Kazuichi at all going through the game. How he would just throw around random accusations, just acting like a total pervert. I just didn't like Kazuichi. Plus, his design is interesting, but I'm gonna have to put Kazuichi C tier. I'm just not a huge Kazuichi guy. Peko, again, like what do you call it? There's like I think it was pretty fascinating how we had like an amazing swordsman in Danganronpa, but apart from that, there's not really much to her. Like yeah, her what do you call it? Her execution was really sad and stuff, but apart from that, I wasn't the hugest Peko guy. Like I'm gonna have to. I don't think she was C tier, but I will put her B tier. Gundam Tanaka. I acted like I hated him a lot, but in reality, I didn't actually hate Gundam. I think he was a pretty cool cat. He's not S tier, but I would put him A tier. Gundam, what do you call it? I kind of liked the fact that there was a character who kind of like what do you call it? like acted like like a supreme leader or like something like that. And like the four dark devils of destruction. Like, come on now, all right, Gundam A tier right there. Um, what was her name again? Mihiru Koizumi, wasn't it? Mahiru Koizumi. Um, I personally didn't actually hate Mahiru Koizumi. I know a lot of people did, but what do you call it? I think she was a pretty nice passive character. I would put her A tier. Just I don't think she was a horrible character at all. Like I do think the fact that what do you call it? She didn't stop Himiko from bullying Mikan was pretty messed up, but and that's why I'm not putting her S tier. But apart from that, she wasn't a horrible character. She also kind of reminds me of um, Mukuro Ikusaba, if you know what I'm saying. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. 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 Don't spam my comment section, please. Ibuki. I again, what do you call it? All the musicians in this game are just amazing. How could you hate Ibuki? What do you call it? She was like chaotic, but not too chaotic. But like, what do you call it? Her design just reminded me. It reminded me of characters from Street Fighter. I don't know why, but personally, I think Ibuki wasn't that. I think Ibuki was a pretty, really good character, right? I personally, judge me all you want. I don't care. Ibuki S tier. I'm just saying right now. Um, Nekomara, I think his name was Nekomaru. Um, um, personally, he was. I'm glad that there was like a he was like basically the aggressive character who wasn't aggressive before Gonta came into the well Gonta was way later in V3, but Nekomaru, personally, I think he was a pretty cool character. The fact that he was like, what do you call it? The fact that he always spoke about needing to go take a shit was kind of annoying, but apart from that, I didn't hate Nekomaru at all. I think he was a pretty cool character. Personally, I'll put him A tier. And we got Fat Byakuya Togami. This is the guy who pretended to be Byakuya Togami, the ultimate imposter. Now, the ultimate imposter, we saw almost nothing from him. He was in Danganronpa 3. He was revived, but he was the first murder victim in Danganronpa 2. I don't think he was like personally, he wasn't as good as Byakuya Togami, the original, for me. I think it was great that he was trying to protect everyone. I think that was amazing. That's why I don't think he's a bad character. But personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of Fat Byakuya. I think what do you call him? B tier. The only reason I was kind of rooting for him because I thought he was the actual Byakuya during Danganronpa 2 until we found out he was what do you call it? Apparently an imposter. Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko. The devs made him a master class in character development. He had the best character development, going from some little fucking uh, what do you call it? Arrogant, edgy bastard to like who he was. What do you call it? He had like the best character development. Come on now. What do you call it? I'm personally putting Fuyuhiko in S tier. I think Fuyuhiko's character development was amazing. The fact that he also had one eye patch reminded me of Kenny from The Walking Dead, which, what do you call it? I just have to add some bonus points for that. You know what I'm saying? Hiyoko, I think her name was. Uh, look, I didn't like Hiyoko. Mikan Samugi, was that her name? Look, I'm forgetting their names already. Listen. Um, personally, I think Mikan was a pretty cool character. The fact that what do you call it? She started off as very shy and intimate, and then what do you call it? Eventually, she was apparently a murder culprit, and then she started like going all crazy, and then her weird obsession with despair, and the fact that in Danganronpa 3 she was getting a little what do you call it? Weird with Junko. I personally think I don't know between S and A tier. I think I'm gonna have to go A tier. I'm not. I don't care. Um, Usami. I know a lot of people loved Usami. I don't like Usami. I don't care. She was so annoying doing. Oh, this is Monami technically. Well, they're the same person technically. I don't care. I'm putting Monami in C tier. I just didn't like Monami. All right. I don't know what to tell you. Um, Kamaru. Makoto Nayagi's sister. She was the main protagonist in Ultra Despair Girls. I personally didn't think she was a horrible character. I think she was a pretty good character. Is she S tier worthy? No, in my opinion, no. She's basically the same as Makoto Nagi, except a little less heroic, basically. So I think A tier is probably okay. The Warriors of Hope. I didn't like their backstories were really tragic. It made me feel a little sorry for them. I will admit, but no, I'm not putting them in D tier. D tier is the tier of the characters I absolutely hate. So I'll have to put them all in like C tier. Except you're going in D tier. Uh, C tier. I don't know. D tier. He's basically in between, but I'll put him. I'll just put them all in C tier. But I just didn't really like them. Hina's brother. The thing is that we saw almost nothing of him. We saw him for like he got like 5 minutes of screen time before he went to the ocean and just exploded. So like there really isn't shit to say about this guy. I mean, I thought he was going to be an amazing character, but he died way too early. The fact is, I don't hate him. All right, I think he could have been a pretty cool character, but he died too early, so we don't know how he would have been like. So that's why I have to put him in a C tier because we don't know him. I'm not putting him in D tier because that's the characters I hate. But personally, he just isn't like if I don't know a character, they're going in C tier. That's just how it kind of works for me. What is that? Yasuhiro Hagakure's mom, I think. Um, again, just not enough screen time. I think she was. What do you call it? I'm just gonna put her C tier because again, there's not enough screen time. We don't like know about them well enough. She was more of a character that you just talk to save other characters. She was more of like a what do you call it? You would give her tasks and shit, but and that's about it. But like, and same thing with Chihiro's dad, Chihiro Fujisaki's dad. Personally, I'm gonna put him B tier just because what do you call it? He was an amazing help, and I think personally, um, I don't think he was what do you call it? I think his death was more unfair, but he was more of a helpful character, and since he did contribute and actually help us, that's why I'm putting him B tier. Mm, okay, I forgot her name or his name. Um, I'm just gonna say good Monokuma. Um, I'll go with. Okay, I think it was pretty interesting to see a Monokuma that was a passive Monokuma rather than an evil Monokuma. But we kind of already saw that with Usami or Monomi. But this one was different. This one was a literal Monokuma, not a random thing that looked like Monokuma. So I'll go with again like I wasn't the biggest fan. I'll just say B tier because he was a pretty cool character. He did sacrifice himself to save them, so like that gives him bonus points. But apart from that, okay, this guy C tier. I don't even care. He had like no screen time, but he was so annoying when he did have screen time. Just shut it, all right? And you already know the answer to that. In fact, if there was a tier below D tier, he would go in that tier. But he's only going in D tier because D tier is the lowest it gets. In fact, he's the lowest of the D tiers. He's probably the worst character. I'm gonna say right now, I think he's the worst character in the entire Danganronpa series. Um, Chisa. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's been a while since I watched the anime, and I watched it pretty quickly. But um, I personally really liked her character. In fact, I was actually pretty sad when she died. What do you call it? Her care over Class 77B and everything. Like, why couldn't like? I think it would make sense that what do you call it? We needed a tragic fate for the teacher, but personally, I'm gonna go. Uh, I would go S tier actually, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, the only reason I'm going S tier is because she was introduced during Danganronpa 3, and I don't think there's been like that many good Danganronpa 3 characters, so I'm gonna put her in S tier. Daisaku. If I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember a single thing about this guy. Oh, I'm just being flat out dead ass here. I can't remember. I remember he was a farmer, and he was a pretty good guy, except he looked kind of scary, and that's about it. That's all I can really remember. Uh, I'm gonna just say B tier. He wasn't a horrible character, or C tier actually. I'll put him in B tier because I'm pretty sure there's. If I'm gonna be completely honest, the Danganronpa 3 characters I barely can remember. Like most of them I either hated or I just don't remember them. Regozu, like I know a lot of people love this guy, but Personally, I didn't hate him. I'll put him B tier. No, no, I would put her D tier, but as I said, D tier is reserved for my absolute. Actually, we only ever saw her Danganronpa 3, and she was a horrible character. She was probably the worst character ever. Um, sure, I'll put her D tier. I have to. Um, hey, all I can say is, do not think you can punch Makoto Naegi and get away with it. C tier. Um, you know, I actually don't know. I know who this guy is. This is Ruruko's boyfriend, Sonosake, I think his name was. The thing is, I don't hate him. I don't love him. He's literally just split in the middle for me. Like, in fact, the fact that he was really loyal gives me bonus points. Apart from that, I'm just gonna put him B tier. I don't think he's horrible enough to put below C or below, but I just don't think he's good enough to put above that either. Yo, sucking. I have mixed feelings about this guy. I didn't love him. I didn't hate him. He was the most anime character in this anime. Like, he was the most like anime character. That's all I can really say. He was an anti-hero. He did play a pretty big role in the anime, but I think I'll have to put him again B tier. Like, there's just so much that, like, I have literally nothing to say about this guy. Like, I mean, he's just a talent scouting like alcoholic. Like, sure, drink your beer, leave me alone. I don't give a shit. All right. This character again, honestly, just reminds me of what do you call it, Yasuhiro's mom. Not in the same way. They're not similar. It's just that she's more of like what do you call it? She's more of just a side character, the most side character. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think they kind of just go together. Like what do you call it? They're basically in the same tier. I don't think there's much separating the two. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love Seiko. All right, her tragic backstory and everything, and the fact that she was what do you call it, betrayed by Ruruko or like used in a way. I what do you call it? Literally, like you can't hate this character. Like it's almost impossible. Like you can get pretty close, but I think she's like the fact that what do you call it? Some of the characters in Danganronpa 3 they're like not really memorable. She isn't the most memorable, but she definitely you like can't forget her. So I would go like I'll go A for her. The rest of the characters I either don't care about, so they can go and C. This one particularly, I'm gonna just talk on this at the behalf of what do you call it? Um, Ryota. Personally, I wasn't a big fan of him. All right. The thing about Ryota for me is that what do you call it? He was just a little like he reminded me of Chihiro Fujisaki, but like basically the Wish.com version. This might sound like an insult to what do you call it his fans, but I don't think he was a horrible person. He was very passive. I think he was more of like a bystander. So I'll just put him B tier. And personally, the mastermind of the entire killing game, I hated him. Probably the worst mastermind ever. So he's going. Actually, I'll put him C tier. I would put him D tier, but like what do you call it? D tier is reserved for the absolute worst. Oh, okay. Next characters. Kaede Akamatsu. Personally, my favorite protagonist of the Danganronpa games. Not favorite character out of all the characters, but what do you call it? I think we were robbed. We were robbed. All right. She died way too early. She was framed for a kill she didn't do, but she was just making. She just wanted her team to go on and on. She spent like the entire game, not the entire game. She died very early. She spent the entire first chapter just encouraging her team. What do you call it? So I think I would I personally think Kaede Akamatsu is S tier. Shuichi Saihara. Again, the thing about Shuichi is that like what do you call it? Pers- Personally, I don't think he's a bad character. He was just my least favorite protagonist. So I'm gonna have to put him in A tier. I think what do you call it? His character development and everything, the trio he was part of, and everything about that was amazing. But apart from that, I just didn't really like playing as him as a character. That's just there's not much I can really say about that. Um, Maki, I don't. I think Maki roll. Um, um, Maki roll. I think is an A tier as well. Like Like there isn't like much to her. Well, I say there isn't much to her. There's a lot to her, but like there isn't like much more to her than like like Shuichi, for example. I think her her character development I think was really good, and that's why I'm gonna put her in A tier. Kaito is either A tier or S tier. I think I have to go A tier. I mean, the S tier is reserved for the greats of the greats. Kaito, I love Kaito, bro. He was like one of my favorite characters from Danganronpa V3, but I just don't think he can go. I just don't think he can go into S tier like that. Like, I don't think it works like that. Rantaro, what do you call it? Rentaro, he died way too early. We didn't find out a lot about him apart from the fact that he was the ultimate survivor and survived the last killing game. He died really early on though. I'm just gonna have to put him B tier, right? There's just not enough info we have on this guy. Himiko, I think Himiko is just A tier. She also had a really good character development. Okay, she also you can't really hate her. She's like basically in the middle, but her character development just makes her go up. That's why I'm gonna put Himiko in what do you call it? A tier. She was also a survivor of the Danganronpa V3. All right, so come on now. Samugi. I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought Samugi was an amazing character during the start. I would put her if it was during the start of the game. I'd put her either A or B tier. But I'm putting her. I think I have to put her D tier or C tier. What do you call it? Her as the mastermind, I just didn't really like. I think she's my actual least favorite mastermind. I think I just have to put her D tier. But okay, I would put her D tier. The only thing holding me back is the fact that I think she was a pretty cool character at the start of the game. That's the only reason I'm putting her C tier. If it was just about her being the mastermind, she's going D tier. But I think I have to just like. She was also the most like. She was kind of a boring character. If I'm just gonna be completely honest. Kirumi, I'm gonna put A tier again. Just not a lot of info, but I think Kirumi was basically superhuman. Her desire to live and everything was amazing. I think I have to put her A tier. Again, what do you call it? She was one of the characters I was just hoping was at least gonna well, at least not gonna be a killer, but it looks like things just had to go that way. Kibo, again, Kibo, I think I'd personally put Kibo A tier just because what do you call it of his selfless act at the end, him like getting what do you call it? He like what do you call it? Self-destructed just to save us all from the horrible world of Danganronpa V3. Um, yeah, he was a pretty cool character, pretty what do you call it? Interesting character, a very unique character. The fact that he was a robot during the entire game, trying to process how humans felt and everything. I think that's why I think Kibo deserves uh, A tier. Hmm. Actually, we haven't had a Danganronpa B3 character in D tier yet. Yikes. Kokichi. I know I called him a gremlin a lot. I hated him at the start of the game. Coming towards the end, my opinion on him changed. I don't think I could like hate him as much as I could before. I think he was actually a pretty good character. Like I'm gonna put him A tier. I know I'm even surprising myself right there, but I just really don't think Kokichi was that bad of a character. He was a bit of a rip off Nagito. That's why I'm putting him A tier. But apart from that, I don't really think he was a bad character at all. His character development, he didn't really have character development. He was just kind of hiding the truth of himself from us, and like it was pretty interesting to say the least. I think the D tier. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. It's either D tier or C tier. I'm going D tier. I'm sorry. I don't care. Um, Miu. I think Miu is designed as a character you're supposed to hate, but that just makes me love her all the more. I don't care what anyone says. What do you call it? Her humor and everything. I don't think it was pretty bad. I think it was pretty fitting for a game. Like it was a what do you call it? An addition. We needed a character like her. Let's be honest. Come on now. Ryoma again. Not a lot of screen time. I wasn't his biggest fan, but I wasn't his biggest hater. I think he just had to go B tier. Like we don't know a lot about him, but like what do you call it? He didn't match the way he acted. Like he didn't look like how he was, but like again, I think another example of not looking like how he was Gonta, but I have to put Gonta S tier or A tier. S tier. Come on now. He's a gentleman. You cannot go wrong with a gentleman. I have to put him in S tier. He was an amazing character. His execution was really sad, but I think he deserves an S tier right there. Tenko. I didn't super annoying character, but I didn't absolute like. I, God damn it, shit. I don't know. I would put her. I guess C tier. She was just too annoying during the entire game. Okay, the Mono Cubs. I did not like the Mono Cubs. If you watched my gameplay at all, you know that I wasn't a fan of the Mono Cubs. In fact, I think Mono Dam is the only one who's going S tier. I mean D tier. The other ones C tier, and Monotaro I think is the only one who I can put in B tier. I think that's literally. Oh, I think I know who this is. This is Junko Enoshima's like actual identity, right? Like who is it? Like I forgot. Wait, hold up. This is like Ryoko, right? In Danganronpa Zero, she was like, what do you call it? Like basically the Junko suffering with amnesia. Um, I just don't remember Rio. I even forgot her name just now. I just don't remember her at all. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. Um, in fact, I don't really know any of these characters down here anymore. So I'll put them in C tier for not remembering. Uh, so you guys like Danganronpa? It's the only conversation starter I know. Okay, well that's my ultimate Danganronpa tier list. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Wait, community rank. Okay, so this is my tier list right here. You guys can see it. I'm just gonna scroll up and down a little bit. We got the S tiers, the A tiers, B tiers, C tiers, and the D tiers. So that is my complete Danganronpa list. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and bye for now.